even amid muddy waters. And it reminds us that even during challenges, growth is possible. Similarly, in the times of global uncertainties, India's G20 presidency reminds us that India is committed to global unity and is leading the world responsibly and inclusively. The G20 summit at Bharat Mandapam was a visually captivating event that celebrated India and its deep-rooted culture. With the largest participation ever seen on the global stage, with a staggering 1.5 crores of people directly engaged in G20 activities. 60 cities, 200 meetings, attended by 1 lakh delegates from 125 nationalities. This scale is unprecedented.
I think India has shown great leadership in getting the community of nations together to agree on that declaration. And the declaration has got many good parts to it. Selfishly, it has a great deal to do with the multilateral banks, which is good for me because it gives me the wind in my sails for me to keep pushing for reform and getting the bank to work better. That's the way I think about it. But I think over the course of the G20, India has done a great job on its own image and branding. And I compliment the PM, but all of you, Amitabh and everybody else, on what you've got done.
Well, Mr. Modi got off to an impressive start, beginning with the theme, One Earth, One Family, One Future. The first G20 presidency to put the environment first. He also, in his initial list of priorities, had several ones that focused on the ecology, climate action, lifestyles for environment, the SDGs, which include SDG 13 on climate action, and the following ones on life on land, life under water, and even some that will support climate action, women in development, and the other ones, even sustainable economic growth.
The 28-foot Nataraj statue served as a silent ambassador of India's timeless heritage. It reminded us that amidst the discussions and diplomacy, our culture stands tall, unwavering. Made from a blend of 8 metals, collectively known as Ashtadhatu, this statue draws inspiration from the ancient Chola period. And one can say that the discussions and actions at the G20 were as profound and harmonious as Lord Shiva's cosmic dance. On one side, we had the Crafts Bazaar, where artisans from across the country displayed their talent and products on a global stage.
बहुत बड़ा प्लेटफार्म है। मैं अपने आप को बड़ा गर्व महसूस करता हूँ कि ये जो हमारा जो डाइंग क्राफ्ट है, इसको प्रमोट करने के लिए जो G20 ने जो प्रयास किए हैं और विश्व की सारी बड़ी बड़ी हस्तियाँ देश में आई हैं, तो हमारे लाख का काम जो देखेंगी और हमारे जो 25,000 मनियार जो बिरादरी है, उसके परिवारों के लिए ये बहुत बड़ा मंच है।
कि ये जो मटका आप देख रहे हैं, यही मटका मेरा मोदी जी जर्मन लेके गए थे और वहाँ पे गिफ्ट दे के आए थे। उससे मुझे इतना लाभ मिला है। पहला मेरा ये घड़ा महीने में या 2 महीने में एक बिकता था, आज महीने में कई बिक जाते हैं। इसका मुझे काफ़ी लाभ मिल रहा है।
All people, foreign delegates coming, see, both the industry is very happy. All people are taking the carrying easy. Very thankful in the government of India.
अभी G20 में मैं दिल्ली आई हूँ, वैसे बहुत कई कंट्री गई हूँ, ऐसा मौका लेकिन मिला नहीं। नमस्ते इंडिया जापान भी गई हूँ, तो इतना दिमाग नहीं आया कि हम यहाँ क्या बनावे, परंतु यहाँ जो हमको बुलाए हैं G20 में, तो एक दिन तो ये ऐसा लगा जो अपना ही कला वो बना के मैं रखी हूँ। हाथी घोड़ा राजा सलहेज का स्टोरी ही बनाती हूँ। पर कल पैर बना के कोर बनाए हैं और सोचे हैं जो हम क्या बनावे। अपने सोहन झा जी पदाधिकारी है, उनसे पूछे सर नया चीज़ कुछ बनाना चाहती हूँ, आप कहिए क्या बनाऊँ। तो आप जो देखे हैं बनाइए यहाँ। बोले सर टीवी में मैंने देखे हैं चंद्रयान वो रॉकेट जाते हुए, वो बनाऊँ। हाँ हाँ बनाइए बनाइए बनाइए। यही चंद्रयान के बारे में मैंने बनाए सुना है, टीवी में देखे हैं जो जाते हुए, तो वो मन में बैठा ली वो ऐसा है। फाइन आर्ट जैसे तो नहीं है, हुआ फोक आर्ट, ट्रेडिशनल फोक आर्ट प्योर जो है, तो मैंने ये बनाई हूँ।
G20 समिट का नाम हम लोगों ने कभी सुना ही नहीं था। आज माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी साहब के आने से वो मौका मिला। आज विश्व फलक पे हमको हमारी कला और संस्कृति को लोगों के सामने, विश्व के सामने दिखाने का मौका मिला। जैसे नेक्स्ट जो 2022 की जो G20 समिट थी इंडोनेशिया में, तब मेरा ही बनाया हुआ पेंटिंग, पिठोरा पेंटिंग, ऑस्ट्रेलिया के प्रधानमंत्री जी को गिफ्ट किया था, तो मुझे उस टाइम भी बहुत अच्छा लगा था। आज जो ये प्लेटफॉर्म पर बैठा हूँ, मुझे बहुत अंदर से बहुत ही खुशी होती है, पूरे हमारे आदिवासी समाज को खुशी होती है। इसके लिए मैं धन्यवाद करता हूँ माननीय मोदी साहब का।
And on the other side was the testimony of India's successful digital journey that showcased remarkable innovations that surprised and impressed the world.
I was interested in the part, I think it's called DigiLocker, where you can have your electronic documents stored in a secure environment. That I think is a very nice aspect, and I think another aspect of the UPI system that a lot of countries could learn from is the fact that you don't need to have a bank account attached to it. So I think that can be a really useful tool for a lot of people to rely on.
We are highlighting the role of technology in societal transformation. India is a model example where technological transformation is giving a fillip to development. This is one aspect which I would like to share with fellow countries in the global south, and that's why wherever you go in Bharat Mandapam, you will see there is some exhibition going on the digital face of India. So we have Digital India Experience Zone, and there are 10 platforms which we are showcasing, whether it's Aadhaar, E-Sanjeevani, Diksha. We would like to showcase to the world that through digital transformation, developmental work can be leapfrogged.
This is RBI Exhibition Pavilion at the G20 Summit, which showcases remarkable innovations that are transforming the landscape of digital finance and payments in India. This is Public Tech Platform for Frictionless Credit, a game changer for rural credit through Kisan Credit Cards. The Bharat Bill Payment System for easy domestic and cross-border payment transactions. UPI One World for G20 delegates, giving them the first-hand experience of seamless UPI payments.
So UPI One World. Okay. So that is one product to give experience to our foreign guests who have come as a part of delegation of G20. So उनको UPI का experience देने के लिए we are onboarding them onto an app which is then linked to the UPI, और उस ऐप में कुछ अमाउंट एक प्री लोड करके दे रहे हैं ताकि उनको पैसा वहाँ पे लोड करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, to have the experience. So वो जो अमाउंट है उसको एक्सपीरियंस ले पा रहे हैं. If they want, they can load more. And people have been so happy that a couple of them have come back after spending that token amount, and token amount was 2,000, let me say it. And they have come back and they have loaded more amount, and they're very happy about it.
Now let's have a look at the key takeaways from the G20 summit. In a world that seems to be divided, African Union's inclusion as permanent member of the G20 was historic, and it shows that India has emerged as a bridge, voicing the concerns of Global South, bringing a balance to the fractured world.
India's presidency and leadership of Prime Minister Modi has ensured that this significant development of the inclusion of the AU into the G20 is attained and achieved, and so we are delighted at that. We are delighted at the standard that India has set for future summits, but also for future global forums.
Not only this, a new economic corridor connecting India to Europe via Middle East was also announced. PM Modi also announced the launch of Global Biofuel Alliance to accelerate global efforts to meet net zero emissions. The New Delhi Leaders Declaration achieved a remarkable 100% global consensus, featuring 112 outcomes in the presidency documents, which is 2.5 times more impactful, more ambitious than the prior presidencies. G20 also celebrated Mahatma Gandhi and his ideals when the world leaders paid homage to Mahatma Gandhi at the Rajghat. This G20 summit is about a growth that is clean and sustainable. It's about innovations that can be replicated across borders. It's about voicing the concerns of the unheard. We are witnessing history, and Bharat is embracing Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam in true sense.